Hey, hey, hey. And we are live.
Yo,
What's
what's good?
what's going on, everybody? Um,
It's that time again.
oh yes. Welcome everyone to Shooting the Ish
Woo!
with DJ Neil Six, Ma Williams,
Hey,
Caesar, and we have our special guest for today, Mr. Frederick
hey,
Frazier.
welcome, welcome.
Happy to
What's
be
up,
here.
man? Yeah,
Doing
man.
good. Doing good. Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, man.
So let's so as everyone knows, this is our little I guess pop culture shooting the ish podcast where we just basically talk about random pop culture things and just random things that are going on, and we talk about Marcus's love life
Or like there.
Very excited.
and maybe we'll bring up Fred's love life if he would like to divulge.
Fred's like, I don't know.
It
Pay to
may be a
play,
very
pay to
short topic. Short topic.
All right. So first on our docket for today is Superstore's ending.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, sad day.
Yeah. How long was it? Has it been like 5 years?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're on season 4 or 5 right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
America Ferrera left the show, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So the beginning of this season, well, I guess like 2 or 3 episodes in, she left. I was like, I don't know if I want to, spoiler alert. Well, no, I guess it's not really a spoiler if you keep
Yeah.
up with the show. Yeah, she got a job with corporate, and so she, is moving to California. So
That's
I guess that was their way to exit her out. And
With this, when they had her move to quote unquote corporate, they didn't have her
Right.
they didn't have any scenes with her like FaceTiming or something or.
so far, no. Like I didn't know that was her official exit, but now you're reading the reports. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. But the crazy part about it is the show still carries even without her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, obviously she was she was the big name, I think, when when the show first started, but it does okay without her.
Like they have a great ensemble cast. So, like you
Yeah,
said, there's a lot. I
absolutely.
think folks tune in for people like Nick Santos and the other cast members that are there.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I said, it's what I've seen has been good, but I like America Ferrera, and it was sad to see her go. And if that was a spoiler, I will do my best not to do that again.
Right. I know, right? I was like, well.
I mean, the question I have is, who do people watch sitcoms or comedies like they do a drama or like a sci-fi, right? Like where, oh wait, I need to catch up. Like I guess some shows like Schitt's Creek, other ones that like are bingeable is Superstore. Would you consider Superstore a bingeable show?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it has the characters have arcs, they have storylines.
Yeah.
Each character has its own, storyline, and they build, subsequent. Like if you started watching now, whatever season,
Yeah.
you would be lost. Like some of the jokes and things
Right.
would not make sense, and they definitely do callbacks to a lot of stuff that happened in previous seasons and stuff like that. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely. I agree. It's because I remember. So we didn't start watching it till probably last year, but we're not even caught up, right?
Okay.
And we there was a good chunk of moments where we were watching. Okay.
Hey,
Hey, Milo.
yes. Hey, welcome to the show.
Right.
Got
It
some
is-
opinions on Superstore himself.
Our special guest.
Right.
But we binge like maybe about like 4 or 5 episodes a night.
Oh, wow.
Because we were like, oh wow, what's gonna happen on the next one? What's gonna happen on the next one?
Right,
And,
yeah.
There's like you said, there were some story arcs that were happening, and it's like, oh, this is interesting, and it's a nice, easy watch because I'm trying to remember when we were watching it, but it was like there's certain moods where we go through where it's like, oh, I don't want to watch anything too serious. Let's just watch something
Yeah.
funny. So it's like,
Exactly.
okay, let's do Superstore. Let's
Yeah.
not take on anything too intense, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Because I'm trying to remember at the time what we were watching, and we needed like a palate cleanse, and
Okay.
Superstore was a good way to do that.
Yeah,
Right.
because
You know.
it's nice because, like you said, the characters do have their own storylines, and there are some episodes where it gets it gets a little heavy, it gets a little deep, but generally for the most part, it's comedy, it's lighthearted, it's you can jump into it, watch a few episodes, and jump out of it, and yeah, you're not too weighed down or too heavy.
Right.
Yeah. And right here you can see actually it says, wow, 6 seasons. So
Oh wow.
Oh wow!
it was
yeah,
6 seasons. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I knew it was a good. It performed well for NBC. At least in the, I had worked on their an ad campaign of theirs in the early days. Probably, I think when it first launched, and I remember it it was a surprise of how well it did. So
Yeah,
like
I was. Yeah,
I feel like just comedies on network TV, it's very people kind of approach it very cautiously. Usually they don't last that long, but this one it was surprised.
Yeah.
It's surprising that it even went 6 seasons, but even
True.
it
Sure.
became such a big hit in the early seasons.
Right. Yeah, no, it was. I remember seeing the previews for it when it first launched. Crazy, 6 years ago. And I was like, it looks funny. I'm definitely going to check it out. But I didn't expect to get addicted to it.
Yeah.
And I've definitely seen every episode probably the day after it aired.
I think it is one of those shows I think that kind of slowly gained steam because it wasn't like I feel like there wasn't too much buzz. I mean, I heard about it. I was like, oh, that seems interesting. And I remember seeing the promo. I was like, okay. But then all of a sudden, I just remember maybe like 3rd or 4th season, maybe even 2nd season, people would just start talking about more and more. And then that's probably why maybe last year we started watching it because we're like, oh, let's just watch it because we kind of went through a lot of other shows. And we're like, okay, what do we watch next? And we're like, you know what? We want to watch this. Let's watch this. So that's kind of how it happened for us, at least.
Yeah. And it's also relatable though. Like if you've ever worked in retail, there's that side of it that's really relatable. But the cool thing is with that show is they also incorporate like the customers in the store. They have them doing interesting things throughout the episodes as well. So, it's supposed to be a play on like Walmart sort of thing.
Yeah.
And so the people of Walmart and they if you
Are the
haven't
people
seen
of
the show, right. If you've seen the show, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you haven't seen the show, it's a pleasant little surprise a few times throughout each episode where there's some customers doing some things that, you see people in the stores doing.
Yeah, so for anyone in the chat, if you worked in retail, throw up a 1. And, tell us if you have any interesting stories. But yeah, for any of you guys, did any of you guys work in retail? Marcus, Fred, Neil?
Yes, I
Veteran,
yeah. I worked at Target. I worked a couple of years there. I worked in the restaurant industry too. But yeah, Target was my... I'm trying to think, did I do any other retail? No, just Target.
Champ Sports.
Woo!
Oh, nice. Okay.
Getting those multiples, some shoes and some socks, some starter gears, some jerseys. Or
Hey, you
just
got the
more people to come
discounts,
in the-
man. The discounts,
nice.
baby. Yeah.
They were nice in college.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so let's go on to our next topic. So this is a big one. Warner Brothers is to release all 2021 films on HBO Max and in theaters simultaneously.
Dude,
Crazy.
that's crazy. I mean, I get it, but that is crazy.
I was disappointed they moved Dune back a year, but yeah, like I said, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually happy they moved Dune by years so I could read the book. I just picked up the book. I mean, I remember the movie from back in the 80s, and I actually knew of Dune from playing their computer game from way back in the day. So I had an inkling of it, but then once I saw the trailer, I'm like, oh, I want to read the book. And then I realized oh, it's going to come out soon. And then I pushed back. I'm like, yes, I can finish reading the book before I can watch the movie.
Nice.
So
Okay.
I'm excited for that. I'm excited
the
for that.
audio book, so I can try to catch up when I miss it. But like, I love the '84 film, even though I think some people pan it. It's got its issues, but I want to see, like, Denis Villeneuve is one of my favorite filmmakers, so I can't wait to see what he does with it. And
Yeah.
it's got such an interesting cast. But again, like I said, their entire slate going digital and out of the theater. I know that the theater owner company, those folks are not happy is the easiest, nicest way I can put it.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's hard though, right? Like, we're in the middle of a pandemic. You got a solution. There is no real good solution behind it, right? I saw Christopher Nolan like get pissed about the slate and saying that he wish he was consulted and all that. And I mean, I get what he's saying, especially for Christopher Nolan, who makes movies that's like made for the cinema, right? Made for the
theatrical experience.
Yeah. But I mean, what? Even if he was consulted, like, what are you going to say? No, push this back relatively indefinitely.
Right.
Until, we have some sort of normalcy back in our society where people are actually comfortable going to the theater. Like,
right.
I mean, that's a
because
tough one.
Even if they lose money, it's kind of like, you're throwing money out there, right? And you're waiting for it to come back, so you can spend it on another film. So it's like they can't really wait that long. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
But what was Nolan waiting for anyway? Tenet already came out. It did its limited time in the drive-thrus. I mean, does he have another film in the can? I don't get why he's so butthurt, because it's like, well, Tenet is getting ready to drop on DVD or Blu-ray or 4K. It'll be out the 15th. So like,
to be honest, he probably does though.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think he's one of those directors like, it's on principle, right? No matter what, like there's an actual business implication for him. It's more of like, I'm doing this for the greatness of cinema. I'm like, I get it. Again, we get it, but like, no, like,
the other piece
of movie in theater. I'm not going to go see a movie in theaters
hell no.
next year.
Nope.
I was gonna say, and the other piece to it is, his stance on principle is he already got paid. So
exactly.
So he's like, ultimately, yes, obviously he wants his film to do good in, theaters, blah, blah, blah. But he's like, I don't give a damn. I made this for it to be on the big screen. And I already cashed my checks. So,
well, he gets the royalties, right? The bonus royalties.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. But Christopher Nolan, he's not hurting for royalties.
No.
Films to be experienced in a theater. And I get that, and I enjoy that. But like you were saying, Neil, theaters right now, no, I'm good.
There's no way.
I got a nice little TV here that'll stream HBO Max. I'm good. I can't wait till Wonder Woman drops.
Exactly.
There you go.
Or Wonder Woman 84, which I know some people are a little butthurt about that too.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, and then if you're insane like I, have a projector and big ass screen and sound system, I've got a theater at home. So
Nice.
I'm really not going to the theater.
Yeah.
I mean, but what do you guys think the implication? Like, what do you think is the implications moving forward? Like, do you really think that the theater experience is going to take a massive hit for years to come after all this?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Or do you think like it's one of those things like we're so craving to get back into the public that we're going to jump into the theaters once things are super clear?
I think it's going to be 50-50. There's going to be some people who are like, hell yeah, I miss it. I crave it. I want to go back. Then there's some people like myself that I'm like, no, I'm good. I can wait a year. I can wait 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah. I think it's, if you look at our society right now, the people who are out there just being out there, those are the people who are going to be like, hey, yeah, cool, I'm down, I'm going. But the other people are like, nah, I'm not. I mean, not to mention, you've already got Regal cinemas who have shut down completely.
Yep.
And so now there's AMC, and then your small neighborhood theaters.
Fingers crossed the ArcLight survives.
I was gonna say ArcLight and iPic, I think, are the other two bigger ones. But even still,
right? Cinemark are they
Cinemark is in downtown.
Yeah. Are they Regal or are they separate entity? I can't remember.
That's a good question.
I
don't know.
I think it'd be Regal, but I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. I can't
but
And the
but
funny thing
it,
though about this dual, like, with projects coming out digitally or going to theaters, there's been companies like Netflix that have done like a same day release, or maybe it's Hulu or Amazon. They have a film that they produced, they put it on their digital platform, and they put it in theaters. And I think that's what we're going
Right.
to move towards. So you'll have, like you were saying, Marcus, that those happy freedom people that'll be going to the theater
Right.
when things still aren't 100% good, and then you'll have the folks
Right.
who have, like, hey, I got a good system at home, I got a sound bar, I'm golden. But that's
Right.
I think it's already been tested a bit.
Yeah.
And so they know where it's going. It's gonna perhaps phase out, but right now, like, I think we're gonna get what Julius was talking about, 50-50, where you're gonna see it do. It's gonna release to both, and they see where the revenue stream is. Because I think you're going to get a lot more subscribers to HBO Max now with that entire slate being available, which from the business side of it, and sometimes I love the art side of it, but you got to talk the business side of it, that revenue stream is like those subscriptions in video games. They just like, hey, I got to get it.
Yeah, or are they going to do what Disney Plus did with Mulan and other releases like that, where they, you have to subscribe to the platform, but they're also charging 20 or 30 bucks on top, which, in talking to people like Julius and other families, paying 25, 30 bucks for a stream like that is still cheaper than going to the movies.
Oh yeah. For sure.
So, you're having your full-on movie experience in home, and it's a fraction of the cost for the families of 3, 4 plus. So I'm still willing to pay for it, and at the same, so they're recouping costs and getting the subscription, revenue. So,
can I ask a question?
Somewhat.
Do you guys know if for Pixar Soul, it's going to be on Disney Plus on Christmas?
Is it really?
Yeah. Is Disney doing the same thing where they're charging? Because, like, right now, from what I've followed, they have not said anything about charging for Pixar Soul. It's just going to be on Christmas, like Wonder Woman.
I would not be surprised that they would charge it.
Yeah.
Because it's Pixar. Pixar has the name. They kind of like, when you know a Pixar film's coming out, you kind of know to expect at least some decent level of quality, right?
Yeah.
Shout out real quick to Sick and Crazy. What's up,
Hey.
man? And he says, like, popcorn is already $15. So it's like at home, it's like, dude, I might as well pop in the microwave my popcorn, my $3 bag of popcorn, and I'm good to go. And I can throw as much butter I want on it as.
In the theater, theater popcorn butter is still pretty good.
Popcorn topping, as they call it.
It's for sure. But so are you saying it's $10 worth?
It's not worth. No. If I could find out a hack to do it at home, all good. Then I don't need $2.
When the pandemic started, El Capitan was selling their popcorn so people could, like, come pick it up and take it home. So that's another slight revenue stream. So, like I said, if you gotta have movie theater popcorn, they can, like, Instacart that to you.
That's also true.
Sick and Crazy says it's not real butter. So what is it? Do you guys know what
it's
it
not,
is?
Yeah, it's a butter topping. Or not a butter topping. It's they call it popcorn topping. They don't call it butter.
So is it just like crack and chemicals? Like what?
Yeah, pretty much. I want to say it's like a vegetable oil with salt.
MSG.
I'll take MSG all day long.
I'm sure it's not healthy, so I'm sure it's not veggie oil, but it's something like that.
Yeah.
I would say I do think
oil-based flavor. Yeah.
I hope what this does, and this is like really just like way out there concept, but I hope what it does is, like, for movies that are like very indie, very focused, like story driven versus like visual aspect of it. I do think that, like, hopefully this pushes that to streaming, but I hope that the quality of theater film becomes even, like, levels up even more to where you can't replicate that at home, right? Whether it's like making it like, I don't know, like, you hear that, like, movies, like blockbuster movies, feel like roller coaster rides nowadays, right? I hope that they could kind of still bring the art back to it, and so it doesn't feel like a roller coaster ride, but yet is something that you have to see in a theater, right? Like, make it that much of an immersive experience. Like, if it's a Daniel Day film, like, I want him to sit next to me. You know what I mean? And you can only get that at a theater. Something like that. You know what I mean?
See, that's the one thing I will miss is Dolby Atmos.
Oh yeah,
true.
That was banging, dude. That was like, whoo. That's probably the one thing I only miss about the theater. So whenever we watched it, went to the theater, I'd have to watch it in Dolby Atmos. Like you had to. You know what I mean? I was willing
Yes,
to
we
forget that
did.
extra cash. It's just, it's the sound was amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
the
You
seating.
felt it, yeah.
You felt
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's move on because we're already like spending way
We
too
got
much
a lot to
time.
talk about
All
tonight,
right,
right?
we have a lot to
You know
talk about. Okay. So, I'm sure everyone saw or heard about this. So
Oh.
Maybe
let's,
some-
hold on, let me share audio.
Oh,
Did you guys see
Great.
this? Did you guys hear
Wait,
this?
where are we going?
We're going
I'm like, I don't know
We're
where we're going.
literally-
Rudy,
Oh, yeah,
Giuliani,
the Rudy part.
the gift that keeps on giving.
And we're not talking about Notre Dame's, Rudy.
The answer,
Oh.
the answer that I gave you is they didn't bother to interview a single witness. Just like you, they
Like
don't want
how?
to know the truth.
How did
You
he
probably
just
know
keep
the truth.
going?
The
You have a
answer,
point of order?
the answer that I gave you is they didn't bother to interview a single witness. Just like you, they don't want to know the truth. Well, you probably know the
So
I mean,
check out-
props for for not stopping. Like,
Well, live action Family Guy.
dude.
Oh my goodness! Like he is, I don't know what he has no control over his body whatsoever these days.
Between dripping hair and
But the funny thing, the girl next to her, like, look at her face, dude.
Yeah.
yeah,
She's like,
"Mama."
what? It's like double take. I was like, what? What's going on here?
She's like, "Motherfucker, did you really just
Yeah.
like you ain't gonna say?"
But hey, do you ever do that though? If you accidentally, I'll admit, like you accidentally toot or whatever, and you
Okay.
just try to play it off like nothing happened. You know what I mean? Like, so you gotta applaud him for that. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's what I said. I'm up top that he didn't pause. Because me,
Yeah.
I'm always like, and then just keep going with it. But
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
still that moment of, oh shit, that happened.
Like that was my shoe. What are you talking about? I was, I kicked my shoe into the floor. No big deal. That wasn't a fart.
I think it was really audacious with the number of microphones that are. So it was like, bro, you're in a hearing. There's a mic here. They're not gonna miss it.
No,
right.
You
yeah.
can't play that off, but only so much.
That's hilarious, dude.
I mean,
The funny thing too is like it's so clear that it almost sounds like it was cut in, right? Like,
right.
right.
Yeah, that wasn't like a silent but deadly. That was
Yeah.
a full on.
full on.
I mean, and look at where the microphone is, right? Like that's kind of not. That's not that close to his butt.
And that's the thing. Yeah.
Granted, yeah, I'm sure it's sensitive, but yeah.
They're like,
Yeah,
hey
so
guys,
how
want to get the
loud
room
was
tone.
right? So, like, how loud was that in the room for it to be so clear like that on the mic?
Well, and imagine being the woman and like trying to hold a straight face, and like when it starts
Bro.
to smell, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude,
Bruh.
like, dude. Like, I hope that they had the camera on her face for a while just to see if she was like,
I
Dude.
applaud her for keeping it together because
Yeah.
like I said, she only gave the look. That's
Yeah.
all she gave them. I can only imagine what was going on here, but that's another.
Man. Like, bruh, do you want to check your drawers? Like, that was.
we're gonna go to recess.
Please check the pins and get them out of here.
right.
Bailiff,
Man.
get your man, bailiff.
Man, that was wild.
What's next? I feel like every week there's something new with Rudy.
Oh, man.
Like,
Tune
what
in
is-
next week to see what
Right,
he really
right.
does.
We got 3 more weeks of the year. Let's see what he got.
Sick and crazy
Give-
said,
give us-
imagine a Dolby Atmos fart.
Oh,
Oh wow!
it lands right
Next
on
level.
your nose,
Or
right
Or
here.
if it was okay, so I don't know if you guys have watched it or been to it, but they have the at the Regal they have 4DX right here in LA.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
they have it in other areas, right? So 4DX is literally like a 3D, but then the seats move. So imagine it's like a roller coaster, right? That basically like
Right.
just like goes up and down, but it also has smell-o-vision. So it
Yeah.
actually does release a scent. So just imagine there.
Nope.
Boom.
Nope.
Okay, so I don't know if I ever seen a movie that had the smell-o-vision part. Like, do
Okay.
they pick like a bunch of different smells, or if it's just like 3 key smells of like
It's a
Oh,
couple
this is
smells.
flowers
Yeah.
or whatever, corn if you're in a field
Yeah.
or whatever, like or
So-
whatever it is.
We only did it once, and we
Okay.
did it for Star Wars, for Force Awakens,
Okay.
and we haven't done it since. We've been wanting to do it, but it's pretty pricey, obviously. And from what I remember, it all kind of smelled the same, but it smelled like a burnt rubber, basically. And it's hard though because it's not a film where it's
Star
like,
Wars.
you're,
yeah.
you're not like, oh, I'm going through a field of flowers, so I smell flowers. It's not like it's not like soaring around
I was gonna say that's
around
what I would relate
California
it to, is soaring
yeah.
over the world at this point. But
Yeah.
yes,
It really depends on the film you're watching, I think.
Right.
So
Right,
so
right.
obviously with Star Wars, it's like, oh, you're just gonna smell a bunch of like jet engines and jet engine smells and all that stuff. So there's not like, oh, there's Leia. Oh my gosh, she smells amazing. You know what I mean? They didn't do anything like that.
It smells like cucumber melon for some reason. Weird.
hey, shout out to 2005 Cucumber Melon.
Yeah, Bath and Body Works. Hey, Bath and Body Works. We're looking for sponsors for the show.
Hey.
Work it in.
Cucumber Melon, bro.
Men use Bed and Bath. I'm saying it wrong. Body Works as well.
Body Works. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bed and breakfast. Bed and bath.
Bed, Bath, and Body Works. Yes.
So our next topic is
Oh my goodness.
Ooh,
So-
I'm looking forward to this one.
Floyd Mayweather is fighting Logan Paul in February.
This is so stupid. So stupid.
Come on. Like, come
I
on.
can't
versus
man.
anyone.
I can't wait.
Oh, obviously, I mean, Mayweather is a very smart businessman, so I wouldn't
Oh,
put
yeah.
it past him to do this, and it's going to make a ton of money, especially like at the price point it is. It's like $30 or something like that, or
Yeah.
25, something like that. So it's not that much money. And then the Logan Paul fans, like, they're super rabid about it, and they're anyone who's a fan of the Paul brothers are probably like, yeah, they could beat anybody, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of them. Like, these
Yeah.
YouTube stars are like, they have the craziest fan base that you never heard about. So.
Oh yeah, it's gonna make money.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But-
from like a boxing fan standpoint, I'm like, are you
Mayweather is 46, 43? He's
somewhere
I
in
don't know.
old.
Yeah.
And the Paul brothers are in their 20s. So there's that. Like-
there. And they're like 50, 60, 70 pounds heavier than he is, I think.
No. I think it's the other way around, isn't it?
No.
I think he's heavier than they are.
Is he? No. Mayweather's only like 160, 155?
To be honest, I have no
Yeah.
idea. I do not follow boxing regularly at all.
Yeah,
So-
he was fighting.
so-
But he was at the time he
Same.
was fighting at like 140, I think. So
Right,
that's
right.
But obviously that's not his normal walking weight. His normal
Correct.
walking weight is probably around 160, 170. I'm assuming, right?
Right.
Like for
I
his
think
size.
so. But then like Jake Paul, he was going in at 185 or something like that. Maybe
Oh,
even
was he?
heavier than
Oh,
than
wow.
Nate. Like way heavier than Nate. I don't know what the actual number was, but I know he was he was way heavier than Nate.
Okay.
Uh,
No matter what you think about Mayweather, Mayweather is not Nate Robinson.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
Mayweather-
Right. No.
I see this going very
Definitely not.
bad for younger Paul, but we'll see how that-
Absolutely.
Yes.
Which is that's the part I'm looking forward to, and fingers crossed that it
Okay.
actually pans out.
So Logan
again-
Paul, his
I'd go to
weight
that fight party.
was
Oh, yeah.
for cruiserweight. His cruiserweight fight against KSI was 199 pounds.
Yeah, see, he's a big dude.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
Dude,
He lost
No,
that.
but that's the thing. Mayweather's fast. I don't care if he's 46. He's still gonna have that muscle. Some of that muscle memory. No, seriously. Okay, so
no, definitely. But
yeah.
20 years is a lot.
But here's the thing: is like he has the skill and the ability, and he has the smarts.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
In the
That's-
ring.
you know what I mean? Like
Right.
I'll
And-
take
yeah, and the
experience,
experience,
over
yeah.
Braun any day. You know what I mean? Like
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I still would bet, all my money for Mayweather if I was a betting man. But yeah, that's a very important factor though.
But
is-
so you brought up betting. So this is my conspiracy theories now, right? Because this is not an actual like boxing match, so it's not
Yeah.
really going to affect his professional record.
yeah.
Oh, not at all. No.
But there's obviously Vegas, and Vegas will throw a line on anything, right?
Yeah.
So there's going to be
Yes.
obviously Vegas line on this. line against Mayweather or whatever. The line's going to be favoring Mayweather by a lot.
Yeah.
Mayweather's going to take a dive a la Pulp Fiction and make a ton of money.
Is that your guess?
That's what I'm gonna. That's what I'm thinking.
Are you writing this movie, Neil?
Right.
Ocean's 52.
Straight to Lifetime. I'm starring. I'm starring Mario Lopez.
Straight
You're
to
smart,
Lifetime.
Mario Lopez is Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah,
Yes. So we can get to that. Let's move on. So that's the fight. I'm sure we'll find out more about the fight when it happens. Okay.
Yes.
So the other thing is kind of related. Let me get to that. So Snoop Dogg is going to be launching a boxing league.
I'm down.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm so down just for his commentary alone.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say I'm here for the commentary.
No, seriously, his commentary was like hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's very reminiscent. Do you guys ever watch? There was like I think it was a DVD series or something like that, like late '90s, early 2000s, called Bum Fights. And it was
I heard about it.
this predated YouTube.
Yes,
So,
I'm
like, it was
familiar with
DVDs
fights.
of people with like can't.
That was the worst.
But that's exactly like I don't imagine Snoop pulling these like amazingly talented boxers. Maybe they will. I don't know. But I feel like with his commentary, that type of quality of fights is like it goes hand in hand with his commentary.
I have to say, I was so ashamed of my generation when Bum Fights came out. I was just like, "God, this is horrible!" Like,
Oh my god!
what?
Yeah.
But I mean, you know what though? I disagree with you on that.
Oh,
Only because of the caliber of celebrity that Snoop is.
okay.
So, I mean, I don't expect like, Mayweather and okay, this is going to sound horrible and this is really going to show that I don't follow boxing. But like, because these are the only two names I can think of. But like, it's not going to be Mayweather and Tyson. But, but it's going to be, maybe the Paul brother, or maybe it'll be like UFC fights or, something. But I feel like it'll be good caliber of fighting. Just not maybe the ultra heavyweights and the
You guys think it'll be like celebrity deathmatch, but with
dude.
I think it will be. Here's the thing. So to point out, so the Logan Paul, or sorry, the Mike Tyson and Roy Jones fight was put on by Triller, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Triller was, what are they? They're a TikTok rival, right?
Yep.
So
Right.
they're all about entertainment, whatever, right? And then, so the Logan Paul versus Mayweather fight is FanMio, and I don't know what FanMio is. Do you know what they are, Neil?
No.
Can you try to look them up real quick?
Yeah.
Anyways,
FanMio?
betting site maybe.
yeah, if you guys can look it up. But
Fan Mule.
FanMio,
FanMio.
FANMIO, right?
Oh,
So Snoop is partnering with Triller, the guys who basically are the company that did the Mike Tyson, Roy Jones. And if you saw that thing, it was literally like, we talked about it last week or 2 weeks ago, right? Or I think last week. I mean, it was literally like boxing mixed with concerts in between. That's all it's gonna be. So it's gonna be the exact same thing. So I think you're on the mark, Fred. That it's just basically gonna be celebrity deathmatch. It's gonna be like. Or sorry, celebrity. Sorry, I'm thinking of another show. But it's gonna be like celebrity boxing, where basically people are just gonna like fight for fun or whatever.
You have a
for
grudge
get
against this
payday.
guy?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
Okay, so FanMio. I'm looking it up right now.
Okay.
The main premise of the site is to meet certain celebrities.
Meet your celebrity.
1-to-1.
Yeah.
1-on-1, right? So like you could meet Floyd Mayweather 1-on-1, or folks from Stranger Things, or Christopher Lloyd from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Michael Black. That'd be actually funny to meet Michael Blackson.
Michael Blackson, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah,
hilarious.
Fat
But yeah,
Joe is on here.
so it's kind of like it reminds me of like Cameo. You guys ever heard of Cameo, where like you could get shout outs from like celebrities that made like film
Yeah.
like 15, 30 seconds, like, oh hey, you're gonna film it together for Mandy Moore. It's kind of along the same line, and it looks like, yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily like the AA list. Like you could meet Fat Joe, which is like kind of random.
Yeah.
So
I like that joke.
yeah, I do too. But like, I don't know. I
He doesn't
never.
rap anymore.
So
Yo, I wish I knew. I wish I could meet Fat Joe. I'm gonna buy this opportunity, $100 to meet Fat Joe, and I'm gonna pitch him my album.
Right. Like, unless you're doing
Like
that, I
him.
really don't see a point to that.
Yeah. But yeah, so I guess like I mean yeah, so this exhibition is probably it's put on by Fanvio to like obviously drive awareness for this service. So
Yeah.
I mean it's curious, interesting how
Yeah.
it'll pan out.
for sure, and I feel like it's like they probably got decent coin for it because
Oh yeah,
I
they
mean,
did.
like a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
people were talking about it, and it was like a whole bunch of like the athletes were talking about it, celebrities were talking about it, we were talking about it because we're at the forefront of pop culture, right?
Oh yes.
Commentary.
you heard it here.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
You heard it first
If
here.
we talk about it, it's a big thing.
Right?
All these sound bits are gold. You need to keep.
Yes.
Hey.
So,
Do you know
anyways,
Frazier one? Do you want to meet him one-on-one? You're on Cameo for $100.
Right.
there you go. All right. So yeah, that's that. So we'll see what happens comes from that boxing league, and we'll kind of see what comes from Logan Paul versus Mayweather.
Yeah.
Which is in February, which is actually around his birthday. So we'll see. Okay. So our next thing is Neil sent this to us, and we were like, "What the hell is this?"
Oh my god.
This is when I saw this. I think it was like Tuesday. I think I was taking a break, looking at my Facebook feed, and all of a sudden, somebody that I knew that works in entertainment, he was like, "This is peak 2020 right here." Like,
Yeah.
and so I looked at it. I was
Absolutely.
like, "Wait a minute, that's Mario Lopez," but he.
Okay,
has,
wait. Okay, let's just play it real quick. All
Okay,
right,
okay.
ready?
Check this out.
What the hell are you doing?
A Lifetime original mini movie.
You don't answer my proposal, and now you're not answering my call.
I think I'm falling for the new chef.
Jessica is falling for Harlan.
The cook? Leave Jessica alone and skip town.
He has a secret recipe that's going to change the world.
Harlan claims to have some secret recipe.
A secret recipe? Spare me.
We all have our secrets. If you marry my daughter, I promise there'll be more long weekends in your future.
Mom, I have to tell you something.
We have a problem.
Secret's out, chicken man. I'll take care of this. Ruining everything!
Just kill him already!
Who the hell are you? Harlan Sanders, the new chef.
Mario Lopez is Colonel Sanders in A Recipe for Seduction. Premieres December 13th at noon. Only on Lifetime. Presented by Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Wow, that's just I'm in. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. I'm in. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. This is
Hey, what's up?
Mario? Forget
Whatever
the
you
check.
say, chicken man.
Hey, what's up,
When did Colonel
J-Mix?
Sanders become, Mr. Take Your Girl?
Yo, girl, Colonel Sanders. I
With
never
them 11
ever
herbs and
imagined Colonel
spices.
Sanders looking like a Latino man. But apparently that's how it goes down.
Oh man,
So-
it goes down in them DMs with 11 herbs and spices.
So we were reading about it, or I was trying to read about it, and so it's a mini movie, which I have no idea what a mini movie is. I guess it might be like all that gravy.
Yeah, that's looking crazy.
But yeah,
Oh,
it's a mini movie, so it's not gonna be like probably a full hour and 15. It's probably gonna be like a short, like a 30-minute. And there was at the very end, it was like, oh, brought to you by Kentucky KFC, right?
Yeah.
So it just seems like it's and it's on Lifetime, and I think they're just playing into the whole hokiness of it. So yeah.
Oh yeah, chicken man.
It's like it's the perfect amount of cheesiness to pull it off, right? Like I this actually reminds me. KFC actually is, or is it KFC or Burger King that I remember? One of those two that like have been known to do these crazy stunts. I think I want to say it's KFC who did something at like Coachella or EDC or something like that, where like the KFC, like I think it was the Colonel who DJ'd like an EDM set,
Was it
And
Mario?
I was like, I don't know. Like, I was like, I don't know if like kids want to do drugs and then all of a sudden get brainwashed to seeing like fried chicken on their like, as they're tripping.
Why not?
But I mean, it seems. I think it's along those lines. But like, hey, props to them for pulling that off. Whoa.
Yeah.
Now, does Lifetime do like a greater cinematic universe with the Burger King, Wendy? You know, like all these
what?
stories can be interconnected.
Oh,
That would be fire.
that-
You know,
yeah.
like 5 mini movies that lead to a, you know, I don't know, fried chicken, a
Yes,
fast
that would be.
food, you know, mega mixer.
Oh, we have to do Popeyes, Wendy's, Burger King,
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Ronald McDonald's got to be in there.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh,
he's
absolutely.
he's the Captain America of the whole thing.
He pulls it all together.
Man.
Yes, yeah. Oh,
I'm saying, guys, I don't know. I think we should collaborate on the script and send it to Lifetime. It seems like they are greenlighting any fucking thing. So, like, I mean,
Right?
they're
just
not
need-
saying no.
A recipe for seduction.
we do need some money. Whoa, what is going on here
Yeah, buddy.
in the chat? The chat's going crazy.
It's going down in the
Yeah,
DMs.
there are a bunch of bots, and I timed
Yeah.
them out, so we're good.
Get away, bots! I know you want some more.
Nicely done with the band hammer.
Yes,
Right.
do it. Use that sword. Use that sword.
Ha. I'm
man.
really curious. Like I said, I wonder how folks are going to respond to it. Like the response that I've seen mostly online to just the trailer,
Uh-huh.
it's been pretty much what we did, laughing. I mean, it might be entertaining, but it's a Lifetime movie. So, like, maybe my mom watches it and forgets that, you know, he was AC Slater. So,
It's true.
Right.
It's totally true. We should do that. We should test this with our parents, like or any elderly that we know, and say like, hey, watch this show. I heard it's really good, and then like it's
See what happens.
It's all about Colonel Sanders, like you've never seen him before, and then to get their reaction.
watch out for the chicken man.
Yeah.
Hey. That line, though.
The secret's out. Next time.
Man.
Mini movie part 2.
Watch out for those herbs and spices. Oh, that's true. Yeah, he's still going to be AC Slater with the
Yeah,
Saved by the
that's
Bell
true.
reboot.
What's up, Paul? Over on
He calls
Facebook.
me.
You should hop over to Twitch, homie. Hop over.
Yeah.
That's funny.
He is.
All right. So on to the next topic. We got something that I, personally I find kind of cool because I used to be in it.
Uh-oh.
B-boying
Yeah.
going to be added to the 2024 Olympic Games. On top
Sick.
of what were the other ones? There were like 3 other sports.
League of Legends.
Skateboarding, sport climbing,
Okay.
sport climbing, surfing. Yeah, so skateboarding, sport climbing, surfing, and breaking. So that's huge.
That is huge, yeah.
Because I grew up, I watched X Games. I loved X Games. I always wanted to be, like one of those cats.
Yeah.
Sounds okay.
I'm interested to see what countries, though, are going to participate in said added activities.
Very
Oh,
good.
it's gonna be, dude. So here's the thing: is like if you ever watch Battle of the Year, which is the obviously it's like all the different countries battling like as a team,
Yeah.
b-boy battles, right? They're everywhere, and it's actually a lot bigger in other countries than here, like way
No,
bigger.
no. Yeah, no. The breaking, absolutely. That's worldwide for sure. But I'm thinking like surfing. Like, yeah, there's surfing around the world, and like there's great places to surf. But is surfing as big around the world as it is here in specifically California?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think so.
Yeah.
Like
think so.
you might have like Australia, New Zealand, Brazil.
Yeah,
You're right. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe some South Africans, right? Like that might be a country that might be strong in it.
yeah.
Um,
But-
Kazakhstan will not be represented.
Dang.
What is
But yeah,
sport climbing?
it's like
sport climb. Yeah. That's
Is that like rock climbing that you do at like the gym, and it's now sport climbing, and they don't call it rock climbing anymore? Or
No.
like,
So sport climbing.
sport-
So what they did was, so in the X Games when I saw it, It's literally
Yeah.
like a race to the top, and you just like climb hella fast, and it's crazy, dude. I was like, damn. They're like, it was like I saw the women doing it, and they're just like, it's like, on your mark, get set, go, psh, and they just climb like, I don't know, 200, 300 feet, like bam,
Yeah.
bam, 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 bam. So that's
But is
kind of
it a-
what sport climbing
Is it a man-made rock, or is it like they'll
It's
find...
man-made.
It
It's
is
man-made.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, the name just made me think like when people who don't give a flying flip about sports are like, well, I was watching the sports ball game the other day and blah, blah, blah. It's like,
Right.
sports climbing. I was like, the fuck is that? But,
Yeah, so-
okay.
Yeah, if you see right here, you can kind of see it's a man-made structure, and they are tethered, obviously, because they're
Yeah.
climbing as fast as hell, so it's kind of
Yeah, I'm wondering though, like, yeah, it would have to be man-made because they would have to make the courses identical
yeah.
to make it competitive, for multiple individuals at the same time.
I mean, now that we're talking through all of these, I do think the most international one is actually breakdancing.
Yeah,
When you really think about it, right? Like you could definitely have a strong contingent coming out of Europe. You could still have a strong contingent coming out of Asia.
Yeah,
America.
even skateboarding though too, because when I used to watch the X Games, you had cats from Brazil, you had them from all over, all of those cats. Like, oh, there you go. There's Paul. He signed up. What's up, Paul?
There you go.
Welcome to the
I
chat.
switched to Twitch, baby.
brought another one to the dark
yeah,
side.
but I definitely I feel
We have cookies.
I think the top two would be definitely skateboarding and b-boying. So
Yeah, because you don't need a specific set of anything for that. You need a board or a piece of cardboard.
yeah.
Hey, I see what you did there.
Hey.
I'm just glad that there's finally a sport that the Filipinos might be able to contend in really well in breakdancing.
Yeah.
Finally.
Right.
Yeah.
Like whenever you see, like, when we watch the opening ceremony, whenever I watch the opening ceremonies, I'm like, oh, wait, the Philippines, here we go. And then you're like, it's like 3 people. And then like trap shooting, and then the other one's like, actually, I don't even know what the other ones are. I feel like one might have been boxing, and then like nothing else random. They're not in track or field or anything like that.
Yeah.
Or basketball or anything like that. So,
Yeah.
let's go breakdancing. Come on.
Hell yeah, man. I'll be rooting for him.
Yeah.
All right. Okay,
Designer
so-
cardboard.
I was gonna say, Julius, this might be your intro. Get back into it.
Okay, so yeah, before we move on,
I'm
real
like
quick,
way past that age.
So I would love
They
to
might
hear
need a
from you.
veteran presence. You got to have a veteran presence. Somebody who's
Right.
captain the team.
The
A
Masters.
skipper. Give
So-
the green jacket, son. Give the green jacket.
Yeah. So Julius and Jay in the chat, since you two obviously are very near and dear to the scene, how do you think this is going to be presented?
Oh shit.
On,
Hold on.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So
What happened?
J-Mix, check it out. So
Bitch
J-Mix
jumped
says
in.
okay, so you guys
what?
realize there's a format to the b-boy in the Olympics. There's an age requirement. I think it's capped at either 16 to 18 years old. So when you say it's capped, he means capped as in like
You can't be older. Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's interesting. That's really
Yeah.
interesting.
That's
And no, I did not realize that, Jason. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you for shedding that light. That's really interesting
Yeah.
stuff.
I kind of don't like that. I think that's us. It should be like if they can still do the moves.
yeah.
What does the 16 to 18 matter?
Right.
There's
That's
been
also
doing
true.
it for a long time.
Yeah,
that-
I'm wondering what the reason for that. Like, is there an advantage? I don't think there's an advantage.
I think I could think of was injuries, maybe.
I
But-
mean,
Yeah,
But
but
they care
in
about
any
that.
sport, you can get injured, dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, in track
Yeah.
and field, there's no cap in age. You just have
Yeah.
to be fast as hell.
Yeah.
So if you are 97 and, Usain Bolt, like, welcome.
Get your Roadrunner on.
Right. There's no.
I guess
Yeah.
this all ties into like what I was going to ask you guys. Like, how do you think this is going to be presented? Like, what's the format of this? Like, is there going to be like an Olympic DJ, and then like there's going to be like 5-on-5 crews? Like, it looks like what is it, like You Got Served or any or Battle of the Year like type of thing? Or is it like
Well, that's the thing.
I'd rather than have pre-recorded music and then like B-boy does whatever they do to
it
the
depe-
pre-recorded music.
I'm thinking. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It depends. I mean, yeah, like there's so many different directions you can go with it, and I mean that's why like if you look at like gymnastics or swimming or any of those,
Yeah.
there's multiple events. But I'm wondering. I don't think they're gonna go that deep into it yet. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm sure they want to see how it plays out first, and the
But they have-
popularity of it. And
But they have to have some sort of like ground rules and stuff like that.
Of
Because
course.
yeah, I'm thinking like it'll be more of like gymnastics where you have a routine that you have to do and you have presented it to the judges
Of course.
and you have your music and all of that, and then they're judging you based on the things that you do in your routine.
Yeah.
Like
How many
similar
points for
to
spinning on your head?
gymnastics.
Right.
Well, and that's the thing. Yeah, they'll have these specific b-boy,
Well, that's the thing is like right.
things.
So the thing is like
Spirit.
obviously in a lot of these.
Crazy.
See, here's the thing is like so they can say like, oh, just do a routine or whatever, or they can basically be like, we'll keep it like battle, right, where it's like rounds, right? You have like 3 rounds or whatever for however many seconds. Because a lot of times if you see a lot of those things, it's like, oh, they go over like however like kind of. Like I think there should be a timer set, but we'll see. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm curious to see how they play.
Felix, that makes me think it's like relay, like you were saying, where it's like 2 people battle, you have a horn, or you tap out. 2 other people come in and battle. You have a horn, they tap out. Like that could be, it would be entertaining. It would be high octane, very kinetic.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, you still have like a gold level to like decide, okay, you were the best, or the judges can score. Like they're doing the dunk contest. So like there's ways to make it work. I was thinking a floor thing like gymnastics at first, but that might take too much time, and especially for a new event, you want to grab them. So like maybe it is battle. Step up, or what was that?
Oh, you know what? Actually, here's the other thing too. Is now that I think about it, is a lot of these battles. A lot of times they're throwing up the middle finger, doing like sexual gestures, all that stuff. I don't know if they're going to allow that.
Not going to be allowed. No,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not. So I really think it's going to be very similar to gymnastics and how they do it now, which is, there's a performance, there's a set amount of points you get for, because like with those gymnastics things, they choreograph their routine and they have to submit that routine to the judges.
Oh, right.
And that's why the commentators are able to say, okay, they're coming, and like figure skating, they're coming in to the double axel, blah, blah, blah.
That's not how like breakdancing and b-boying works.
Yeah.
I know
what
that.
I mean?
But it's in order for it to be judged effectively and all that, I really think that's how they're gonna have to break it down, because otherwise it's a freestyle. And like Fred said, how many points for spinning on your head, or how many points for that weird toe thing you do, or it's there's too many variables for it to really be regulated, unless you do something like you choreograph a routine and you present it to the judges, and the judges are going, okay, you're going to do A, B, C, D, and E. And so if you screw up on E, then you're minus 3 points, and you'll have a panel of judges that'll judge how effective, exactly like figure skating and gymnastics, because it's the exact same concept.
And they have to figure out the conceptualization of it, because like I was just sitting there thinking, like with dance crews, some of them are like guys and girls. So do they make it where like it's separated by gender, or so here's your crew from Czechoslovakia takes on the crew from New Zealand. Go. I mean, like, I don't know. There's a lot of things to sort out that might make a difference, or might not.
Right.
Well, they got 4 years to figure it out, or I guess 3 now.
I'm sure they already have it figured out, because they wouldn't have said it's going to be in if they didn't have a realistic way to manage it all.
Right.
So it may evolve over time, but the first ones, they definitely have it set. It's been vetted. They have their panels of judges. That's all definitely been.
Dude, who is the Olympic head of b-boying? That job. What the hell, man?
That's gonna be a real fun
Hey, can I put my resume in?
Yeah.
And now for the Olympic head of the breakdancing committee.
Right.
crazy.
All right, so
legs.
I know, of course, it should be. Okay, so before we move on, real quick, Paul said there should be Parent Olympics where you have to unload a car of groceries or get your kids in the car the fastest.
Yes.
We could do that. We should just do that ourselves.
Right?
We should make that a local event.
We should do Shooting the Ish Parent Olympics.
Yeah.
In honor of the Olympics.
Are you walking?
In honor of the Olympics, maybe we should do that.
Okay. Let's remember this 4 years from now.
So, And then one more before we move on. Sorry again, Master Mix Crew. What's up, man? How you doing? I wonder what music they'll play.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, is there going to be a DJ? Is there going to be an Olympic sanctioned DJ?
Yeah,
Like,
who will
gonna
be the
have, like,
DJs?
Strip or something like that?
It
Like,
almost
it'll-
seems like it's that's
It'll
tough
probably be
because-
selected. No,
Yep.
like I said, it'll probably be like gymnastics or figure skating or something like that, where it's
but they
all
choose their own.
predetermined.
Or is
They
it-
they can choose their own
Yeah,
music
they'll
and all
choose their own
that.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not
But-
like
But then
What's the
imagine
approved music?
but if everyone chooses it, because you
The
know,
same
like,
track, right?
like if you choose
Yeah.
Jimmy Castor Bunch or like Apache or whatever,
Or,
and it's
I
like
was gonna
5
say-
times in a row, like that sucks.
or
Yeah.
maybe that's one of the challenges in one of the events is you got to dance to this song, like you got to choreograph something to the song.
Oh,
But for the-
yes,
But for the
yeah.
audience, that would get a little boring because
Yeah.
then you're hearing the same song over and over and over
Yeah.
again. It's like,
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting.
But,
I'm really
yeah.
looking forward to it though, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Well,
the ratings will be up because there's a lot of us that are like, how do you
I
do that?
appreciate the Olympics just being progressive in the types of events that
Yeah.
they're allowing. Right,
Absolutely.
like that's the great part about it. Like I'm like, all
Yeah.
right, they're recognizing that as the generations are switching and interests are switching up, they're willing to adjust the format. So
For
Right.
sure.
kudos to the Olympic
Yeah.
committee for that.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Like for me, I've always tuned in because I used to run track, and I was what you used to run too, right, Marcus?
I did.
Yeah.
I did not know that about you.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
I know you're competitive as hell. I just didn't know you ran
Yeah.
track.
Yeah, I used to run track. I did the sprints and jumps. So
And I ran sprints, relays, and hurdles.
yeah, I did relays as well, but I did not do hurdles. I tried it. My legs are too short, dude. Yeah.
I could see that. Yes.
Master
Valid
Mix Crew.
point.
Master Mix Crew says I would like to hear old school electro for sure.
No,
man.
totally.
Mhm.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it, dude.
Yeah.
I
I
I'd
am
like
too.
to see like the prelims. You know what? So when they did the U.S. trials in Sacramento,
Uh-huh.
you never seen that.
You say- JR has some massive calves. Let's be real here. I've seen them. They're pretty big.
Thank you
mean-
guys. Thank you. So flattered. So flattered. Oh, man. Okay. A bunch of dudes talking about my calves. Thank you. Okay.
There you go. Highlight of your year.
Take
I
it,
know.
take it where you can get it. Man. Take
You
it
made
where-
me lose my train of thought, dude. You got me all hot now. Okay. What was I talking about? Holy shit.
You
Oh,
can't wait to see the prelims.
yeah, so they had the U.S. finals to get into the Olympics or U.S. whatever qualifiers.
Qualifiers, yeah.
For track. Like I remember it was in Sacramento, and I was like, I think I was home at the time, and I was like, oh my god, I want to go really, really bad. I think it might have been during the Michael Johnson time, when Michael Johnson was competing. I was like, oh my god, that'd be amazing. But yeah, I would love to see the U.S. qualifiers, man. That would be cool to check out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They're fun. You mean for breakdancing? Yeah.
Yeah. Just but for any. Oh, you've
In
been to U.S.
general.
qualifiers though. In general, you've been to.
Yeah. So I've been
Okay.
to Olympic qualifier. Yeah, it's
Nice.
it's awesome
Yeah.
for track and field. Yeah.
Imagine it's
Cool.
intense.
Maybe we can go as press, guys.
Ooh.
I'd be down.
Smash that follow button, y'all. Let's get our viewership up.
All right. So on to our next topic. Mr. Elon Musk says he has moved to Texas, calls California overly complacent.
So
California's been
I
waiting for a long time, and I think they're taking it for granted. Go ahead, man.
I brought this up because I would say in the past year or so, I've been hearing it, or in just in my conversations with a bunch of people, like there's going to be an exodus out of California. California is a weird state these days, man.
Please
So
do.
yeah,
Yes,
Elon
exit.
Musk left, Joe Rogan left. All these people, and I live in the Bay Area, so I know that like there's a bunch of like Silicon Valley folks that like moved here, leaving.
Yes.
So like I guess it's thinning out, but I'm like, whatever. Like, why is this such a big deal? Like for Elon, I get it. Elon Musk, very smart guy, Tesla, whatever. But like, I don't know. I feel like at the same time, it's kind of a good thing.
Everybody that wants to leave, please do. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
yes, and everybody that wants to come, California is not that great. Don't do it.
The LA traffic is going to be so much nicer.
Right? That's why I'm like, yes, leave. It's better in Texas. Yes, go
Yeah.
there.
Good luck in Texas. I hear Austin is lovely.
Yeah. Austin is very lovely, but like, you know, everyone, you know, the sentiment like from Elon and from other folks that left California, like, oh yeah, Texas is so much better. I'm like, yeah, it was better, but if you're going to take on a whole bunch of people moving into Texas, it's not going to be the Texas that you think of right now. It's going to be a different thing, and you might complain about it. I don't know.
Which is fascinating that you bring that point up. So I have family friends that moved up to Washington State. And their whole idea was, yes, we want to get out of California. It's too crowded. Like, we like land. And so they bought a house that's on like 30-something acres of land.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool. Great. So, yeah, they've got trees, they've got forests, etc. But now their complaint is, wow, there's so many. Every time we go out, we meet people from California. Everybody from California is moving up here. And I'm like, yes, that's what happened. California, you know, and they're like, oh, they're not Washingtonians or however you describe it. You know, they're rude California people, and they're all coming up here.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So yes, the rents in San Francisco have gone down. They actually have gone down a lot. Like, I heard of a buddy who has a condo that his tenant just left, and he, I think, is like at least $1,000 under what he was renting for the past few years. Like, it's dropping, and they're like, there's incentives for people to move in now, and like, it's definitely a renter's market up here. Because of everyone leaving.
Yeah, that and pandemic.
Oh well, the pandemic I think is the main thing that really really just ruined the rental market for.
Well, I mean that's
owners.
the thing. Yeah, I mean that's the thing too. We've talked about a lot is. I mean, now all these companies are kind of allowing people to work from home, and maybe even indefinitely, right?
Yeah.
And now it's like you can live anywhere. So it's like I'm curious to see how the market's going to shake out. I was actually having a conversation with a buddy last night, and so his parents moved to Arizona, and he was saying like that there's a lot of people moving out there, and now it's like all the locals who live there, who grew up there, are like, I can't buy anything right now because it's like I'm getting priced out because all the Californians are moving to Phoenix
and they're coming with cash. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
And
it's happening in Sacramento too. Like, so my cousin, you know, he's just been saying like, it's like, you can't. I think at the time in Sacramento you could buy a house for like 300, like low 300s or something at the time. Wow. Now it's like there's nothing under 300 there now. I think it's like 400s, I believe, right?
So what I'm hearing about like the whole part of where companies are letting people work indefinitely from wherever they live. What I'm also hearing is that they're like localizing how much they pay these people for where they live.
Really?
So they're not like, so if you're working for Google, right, and you're working for Google in San Francisco, so you're getting paid Silicon Valley salary. If you choose to move to like Idaho, they're going to adjust your pay to fit Idaho.
So I've heard that that's illegal.
Really?
To adjust. So I don't know. I haven't done the research recently, but so because that was the idea with a lot of people, specifically my mother. She lived and worked in California for 30 years, and then she moved to Denver. And her whole thing though was to stay within the same company and transfer.
Okay.
Because in California, whatever she was making in California, they could not lower her salary based on her moving, transferring to another location within the same company.
Oh, interesting.
So I don't know if, rules have changed. But I do know that, the goal like before pre-pandemic was definitely to like get a job here in California at the higher rate and then move to a, if it's an internet or not an international company, but a company that was in multiple states, to move to a state with a lower cost of living, and you maintain that same income.
Oh, interesting. Maybe it did. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
that.
Like I said, I heard that it's illegal, but I haven't done any of the research behind that, so I can't state that for a fact.
Nice work if you can get it.
Yeah, let's revisit.
Yeah. I'll see what I can find on that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, I'm curious how, like you, Julius, I'm curious how it all is going to shake out, because I mean, it's just crazy out there right now in terms of like where people are living and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, because that would also really suck though if you were like, I'm gonna move back to Minnesota, from California, and then all of a sudden they're like, okay, well, cool, you're making $30,000 less now a year, like.
And on top of that, like, say you move for a big tech company, you get laid off for whatever reason. What other tech companies are out there in Minnesota, right? Like,
exactly.
You might be screwed out of a job because you have no skills that transfer to other industries.
Right.
There you go. What's up, Fade 2?
Hey.
He says, I'm hearing NYC is having a huge mass exodus. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, same. And for the same reasons, though. It's because a lot of people are being allowed to work from home, and rent is just too expensive.
Yeah.
Because even if you're living in the suburbs out there, it's crazy expensive.
Yeah.
This is pre-pandemic, but one of my buddies, he was selling his condo, and there was a girl who was at the time was coming from New York and was gonna buy it like all cash, and it was like I think it's like a $600,000 condo, and she's like, oh, here you go, here's all my cash. It's like yeah. So they're definitely, I think they want, a lot of New Yorkers are moving here because it's like they still have that metropolitan feel.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But then they they just have that metropolitan feel when they move to LA a little bit. So.
Yep.
So Jason threw out there, he said, I think they changed the rule on the wage if you move out of the state, but they have to notify you of the change of wage.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
They definitely have to
So
notify
that is
you.
yeah. Okay.
But I'm still going to do some research on that, because if that changed, it just changed like within the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I'm good. I'm staying put, guys. Just let you know.
I'm
pretty sure I die, dude. Like, California is just my spot.
Yeah.
I can't.
California's home now. Yep.
Yeah.
We've talked about it, and we're like, I don't know. It's tough because it's like, I love the hustle and bustle of LA, and
right.
But I don't know. Like, if everyone ends up moving out of here, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be sad. I don't know.
But where would you go?
That's the thing.
That's the thing. Exactly.
Yeah. Would you prefer to stay in California, or would you like be open to like a New Mexico?
I don't know.
It's not the same. It's like I know people in New Mexico, and it's just, even in their most metropolitan, even in Arizona, Denver, some of the more popular places, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Any place that has weather.
Europe.
Right. But no, it's crazy. Julius, for that one, did you see the other link?
Oh yes. Okay.
I mean, we can use that one, but
okay. Well,
the other one will give you
Looks like we're moving on.
It's not
I did. Refresh it. Refresh your page.
So clearly, you know what we're talking about next, Chad.
right.
Wait, no, it's not popping up. It's not popping up there.
No.
Wait, did you put it after it?
Yeah, it's in the same spot.
Oh, Apple
where it
got
was.
it.
Yeah,
Next
I'm
time,
like,
don't replace it, homie.
my bad.
Oh, there's beef. There's beef on the stream, y'all. This is the first beef on the stream. Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg.
Alright.
I was just watching trailers for season 3 of Cobra Kai, so yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
we should have forgot to put that on the topic today too. Damn.
On the docket.
So you want to watch it?
Yeah, it's only a minute.
Okay. Oh, hold on.
Okay, here we go. Oh.
I'll get those spammers. Or can you guys?
Yeah,
get it?
okay. Yeah.
Oh, we're getting attacked again? Mobus, get out of here. Get out of here.
Oh.
Oh.
Come on,
True
internet.
Apple fashion.
So high quality it breaks the screen.
Right.
Whoa. What?
God, what the?
What is going on here?
Wow.
Wait, so
Is it double feature with seduction of KFC?
Yeah.
Jamie's just like so confused.
Right.
He's like, what the hell's going on?
Marketing dollars, baby.
Yeah.
Man.
Make a
Apple,
mini
all
movie.
that was mad
Right?
intense.
Apple, all the things you never knew you needed.
Wow.
As a member of the Apple cult, I'm
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, we got
Same.
no.
Same.
yeah.
Same.
My wireless earbuds will do just fine.
I was gonna say I have AirPods Pro.
I mean,
I'll be.
I will say, like, I didn't think much of the AirPods before they came out, and then when I saw them, I'm like, okay, they're good. They're hype, but like, this is like some crazy extreme stuff. Like, I
But
don't know
wait
how to
though,
take this.
AirPods or AirPods Pro?
AirPods Pro,
Right, because
Right.
AirPods are
right?
AirPods Pro. Unfortunately, I bought into that hype, and they are relatively life changing.
Yeah, yeah. But they don't really like. They're not that crazy. Like, there hasn't been that many misses on the Apple front when it comes to hardware, I'd say. But like, this is like $600 to invest into headphones. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
But
Like,
the ad says that the headphones take you to space. So, like, come on. No,
Right
right?
here. Here you go. Paul. PS5 greater than AirPods. It's basically the same price, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's true.
I'm leaning PS5. Sony
Yeah.
gets the money on that one.
Yeah, J-Mix, you're right, man. I'm sticking with my skull candy headphones.
Bruh, I used to be a
Classic.
member of the Skull Candy crew, right?
Oh, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
and I don't know.
I-
I
I mean, I'm not gonna
549.
lie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I possibly may not right now. Definitely not for this pre-order. Not for 550. But I could see myself in a few years, a year, a few months.
Going to space.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah, there you go. Phase
Yeah.
2. The next beats. Watch all the athletes gonna sport it for
Exactly.
sure, dude. If they
I
hook them
have a
up
pair
with
of
it,
Beats. Yeah.
yeah.
I have a pair of Beats by Dre, and I bought them before they were cool. So yeah.
Or do the athletes get gifted them, or do they buy them? I guess they're gifting them, and this is then another marketing cost. But that's
They're gonna gift
Where
it.
the conspiracy-
Come on,
Oh, I'm
that's-
sure they're gonna gift it, but I mean, marketing costs. They maybe cost $100 to make these headphones. Maybe. I would give it $60, like that it cost them to make these.
Yeah.
So marketing costs. No, as soon as somebody buys one, they've got 4 pairs to give away that are covered.
Sure.
You
But
know.
then, you throw these on Kylie, like Kylie or Kendall Jenner, and these things are gonna sell like hot.
They're flying off the shelves. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so actually the pre-order
This
went
is right.
out today. Today was the start of the pre-order, and they are supposed to drop December 14th, I think it is.
damn. Let's see.
So they'll actually be available. Yeah. Well, you know what I've noticed is they've been doing a lot less lead time on the pre-orders. Same thing with the new phones, the 12s that
Yeah.
came out. It was like the pre-order was only a week or so before the actual drop date.
Huh.
So I think
appreciate
what
it,
they've been doing, I think what they've been doing is just waiting on the announcements until production is actually ready, instead of what they did years ago, which was announce it 6 months before, and then have the pre-order out for 3 months and then have it drop. I think they realize like that's just dumb, and they don't need to build that. They don't need to build the anticipation anymore.
Anticipation's
Like-
there. Yeah.
Right. You're part of the Apple cult. You're gonna at least be interested.
Yeah.
Like, you may not be able to afford it, but you're gonna start scheming on how am I gonna come up with $600 to
Get
get
that
this
layaway
headphone?
plan.
Exactly.
Look at
And
Paul said.
honestly,
Okay, sorry.
oh, I was gonna say, and honestly, like with Verizon and Apple and all of them, you can purchase it and make payments on it, put it on your phone bill, and so yeah, people are gonna be doing that left and right,
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
paying
So-
$60 a month forever.
Crazy.
The new Voop Voop. It's my car
So-
payment.
Yeah,
That
Right.
totally is.
Exactly.
It totally is. It's someone's rent in some state.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
That is-
absolutely.
That is
All right.
crazy.
So Paul Vasquez says, or sorry, Paul 1VA says, sorry, dude.
Putting
I
him
bought
on
a-
blast.
Yeah, I bought a pair of knockoff Beats in Malaysia on a trip for $20, and they lasted me longer than Beats. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Probably straight from the source.
Yeah.
Ultimately, right?
from the little Malaysian hands that made them.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, let's move on. Okay, so yeah, you guys just mentioned it, and I was like, oh, I was trying to surprise you guys, but I guess you guys already knew about it, obviously, because I saw it literally like 10 minutes ago.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See Fred. Well, see Fred was on that one.
Yeah. There you go.
I thought I was doing the right thing, but I failed you.
The truth is, you got soft, and we paid the price.
You want Cobra Kai? It's yours.
The whole reason these kids got into trouble was because of us. We can't let them suffer because of our issues. The only way to end this is by working together. So, what do you say?
Your enemies think they're the hero, and you're the villain. There is no good.
Look at this freak.
There is no bad. Only weak, but strong.
What are you, Tango and Cash?
No, Tango and Cash were narcotics detectives.
Oh, I'm sorry. You do realize neither one of you are cops, right?
I thought we were the good guys.
We try to be. There's one thing I do know for sure. You can't run away from your problems.
I might never be able to... Never, can't. Those are just words, they're meaningless. You're not a kid anymore. The world isn't just gonna hand it to you. You want something, you're gonna have to crawl across the floor. Use your damn teeth if you have to. I'm always gonna be right here next to you. Because I'll always be your teacher. Oh, shit. It's all right, you felt like a champ.
Mr. Miyagi taught me everything you knew.
Let's find out.
That's hilarious.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
Nice to have Tamlin to meet
You
about.
should see Neil's face was like
Yeah.
when he saw Tamlin.
Oh, dude. All Karate Kid Part 2, just all over there, like Chosen. Oh my goodness.
That's so funny.
I am so glad that this series landed on Netflix because clearly they're blowing it out now. Like,
Yeah.
it
Oh
is
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm stoked. I don't know about y'all, but I'm fired up for that one.
Is all of it on
Yeah.
Netflix, season 1 and 2? Because I need
Yep.
to start.
Yeah.
I love the original Karate Kid stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go through a couple comments here. Paul 1VA says, I've been just a couple of weekends and I love that the first two seasons there's no clear bad guy, and this is pretty cool to see them to come together. Well, that was the whole thing, right? So I don't know if you guys watched How I Met Your Mother. Did you guys watch How I Met Your Mother? So
Hit me up.
the whole joke, right, with Barney Stinson was like, hey, Johnny LaRusso, was it not Dan, Johnny
Daniel.
what's his name?
Daniel LaRusso or Johnny?
No, Johnny.
I
What's
don't
his
know
last
his
name?
I
But
forget.
Johnny was like, he was the victim in all of it, right?
Right.
And so that's what, sorry, without being too spoilery, that's basically what Cobra Kai was kind of playing him as the victim. At least that's how I saw it. my wife disagrees with me, but I felt like it was like it gave him humanity. At least that's how I saw the first 2 seasons, and it was like, oh man. I was like, oh, okay, I'm starting to root for the guy. But then, of course, he made his dumbass mistakes. Anyways, don't want to get too into it. But, yeah. So, yeah, exactly. Totally agree with you, Paul. Fade 2 says, bet you they teach Android technique.
That's funny.
Yes. Oh, dude chosen.
There you go.
Yeah. So
it's really good.
But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I mean, I know it's like, you know, there's some really corny moments, but you know, it plays a lot to the nostalgia. But I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm all about it, dude. I'm
in.
Yeah.
It's like The Mandalorian, but for Karate Kid. So I'm you know,
basically.
And I heard Johnny was like or Daniel was the villain. Like, so that's I haven't seen any of it, just the movies, but like that's what I was kind of told. So I was like, okay, I'm curious to see how they tell that story, because like the writing's got to be perfect to, even with the cheese, to get people to buy in. But
right.
It looks interesting.
Yeah. Oh, Paul put me on the spot.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Spotlight.
I mean, it was a lot better than Recipe for Seduction, that's for sure.
What? That wasn't the best?
No way. You're a liar.
Come on, chicken man.
Blasphemy.
Well, okay, so the one thing that got me that was corny, but, you know, obviously, like, so karate, you know, Cobra Kai is... Like, so yeah, at the very end, what song is that? The synth.
That old acquaintance we forgot.
Yeah. That was corny. I was like,
yeah.
That kind of ruined it for me for sure. It was like, it was nice, like this hype, like da 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 da, right? You do all that stuff, and then you go to that, and you're like, no 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 no. I don't know. It's just
They could have made a different choice on the music, because, like you said, it kind of pulls you out of it. You're like, is it set towards New Year's?
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what it is. It's a New Year's thing. Yeah.
Well, because it's the when it went to that song on the screen, it said "Forget Old Acquaintances." And that's when it started. And I saw that, and then I started to hear it, and I was like, oh, yeah, okay.
We could have made the you know, the connection with the acquaintances without that song. Like if they chose like a karate, like the songs from Karate Kid 1 or 2 to I think it would have been better.
That would have been dope.
Yeah, well, it's funny you mention that, because I mean, Paul knows that we get a lot of. Okay, I'm not gonna say too much, but we get a lot of interesting notes.
Right.
Where it's like, oh, the audience isn't gonna understand. But obviously, with you guys not being in film, well, I mean, Marcus and Fred, you guys are pretty much in film, but even then, like, it's still like you guys are, you know, and Neil's not really. It's like you guys are smart people. Like, it's not.
Right. No,
a lot of our notes are always like, oh, they're not gonna understand this. It's
the audience is inherently dumb.
Yeah, and so it's always like, oh, we need to hit him over the head, club him with the bat, and be like, okay, this is what we're trying to tell you. Yeah. You know,
that's what I say. Glory of Love. If they did a remake for that,
for real, a trap version. Just kidding.
Hey, Julius, like, do that for real. That would be dope. Do that. Right. Put it on you.
Yeah.
Like so that's when it's funny for me as an actor. Is like I never want to think that my audience is dumb. I want to say they know, and like if they don't get it, we'll talk about it later. But like we have to go, because like I think, like you said, it just you run that risk of kind of talking down to them. But that's another. Sorry, we are talking about musical choices that are bad. Or,
right.
Yeah. Oh,
but it's a good trailer,
man. That gets you right there.
Yeah,
that would have been really good,
dude. Yeah, that's a great song. Sorry, that just got me in the feels right now.
The trap version, right, Julie?
Yeah, trap version. Look, J-Mix is like, let me find that. Oh man,
right.
J-Mix with his edits, man.
Man.
All right.
That'd be dope.
So I think everyone's looking forward to it. Type in in chat if you guys are looking forward to it.
Woo.
Cool. Yeah. How about you guys? You guys looking forward to it?
Yes, very much. Very much.
All right.
Yeah. I gotta catch up on it, but yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I haven't seen the second season at all. Like I've just been lagging on it, but now that this is coming out, I'm definitely watching it soon.
Yeah.
And it's January, I think. So
yeah. Hence the end of the year song. Yeah.
Shit, another way they draw it. Oh my god, they're brilliant.
Oh my god.
All right. So before we move on to our next topic, let's take a little short break. We're gonna talk about a couple events coming up. We got some pretty cool events coming up.
The Shooting the Shit podcast is brought to you by.
Yes. By nobody. Here you go. If you want to put an ad in here, hit us up. We'll tell.
I mean, we
Nobody.
got Netflix, we got KFC, we got Apple.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody.
There's plenty of content here.
So we got our as usual, every Wednesday we do this 8:30 p.m. PST, shooting the ish. We usually bring on a special guest. Like I said, this week it was Fred Frazier. Coming up, we're gonna have. I'm still trying to work it out with him, but we're gonna have a buddy of mine who's a sommelier. So we're gonna do some holiday wine tasting with some pairings. So it's gonna be fun.
Great.
This feels personal that I get to miss that episode. This feels very personal.
You're more than welcome to tune in. Twitch.Caesar Salad Productions.
All right, this Saturday. We got our jam sessions, the old to new school DJ showcase, episode 7. We have DJ Lily Smalls and DJ So Fucking Evil from Atlanta.
Nice.
Really cool couple from Atlanta. They're gonna bring some of that South flavor.
Atlanta.
We got DJ Erwin Paz, 80s event and mobile DJ coming straight from the Philippines.
Cool. Yeah.
And then we got DJ Rue Hefner, a 90s event and mobile DJ. And we also got DJ Mike Awesome, a 90s mobile and event DJ. So basically it's 30-minute sets. We do a little Q&A with them. It's going to be pretty fun. Check it out. We have MCE MCing. We have Franco Finn doing a little intro. And it's this Saturday, December 12th, 8 to 11 p.m. PST. And if you're in the Philippines, it's Sunday, noon to 3. And it's here on Twitch. Only on Twitch. Because of the DMCA reasons. All right.
Only on Twitch.
And then this just in, we got Sip and Jam. We got our guests. So we got Creative Exposure, 80s mobile DJ crew from the Bay Area, DJ Rue Hefner and DJ Derek B, and the Can Beats crew. So Mike Awesome, who's actually and Rue Hefner, who will be performing the night before, they'll be part of this little roundtable discussion. We also got DJ Neo Geo and DJ Pone, who I think you guys saw him on the previous Sip and Jam, was the finalist, 1999 finalist for the DMCs. We're gonna have a roundtable discussion talking about 80s, 90s, the Bay Area mobile DJ scene, talking about like how DJing's progressed and how DJing was in there. They mainly grew up in the Solano County area. And it's going to be Sunday, December 13th, 7:30. And our pre-show set will be by DJ Cassius Clay. Wow. Yeah. At 6:30. So it should be pretty dope. So check it out. That's also on Twitch. Caesar Salad Productions. Yeah, man. It's going to be fun. So the jam session is going to be dope. Sip and Jam. So we got a fun-filled weekend for you guys.
Yeah, man. All weekend right here on twitch.tv/Caesar Salad Productions.
Bow, bow, bow.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, man. Tune in, everyone. Tune in. It's going to be dope.
All weekend long.
Yes, baby. All right.
Nice.
And now let's move on to our next topic.
What is
we can skip the Twitch stuff because it's already we're already an hour and a half
snap.
in.
Yeah.
Woo.
All right, let's go to 7 Minutes in Heaven with Marcus.
Oh man.
Hold on.
Oh man.
Oh, come on, Neil.
Man.
Come on, Neil.
We skipped the whole segment.
We really did. That wasn't Neil. You literally skipped an entire segment.
I didn't get a chance to check my stuff. Hey, we're here
Ladies
now.
and ladies. Yeah, just the ladies.
7 Minutes in Heaven with Marcus.
That's hilarious. Oh man. Welcome to another installment of 7 Minutes in Heaven with your host. I wasn't ready.
This is where we go off the rails, baby. This is where we go off the rails.
Completely off the rails. Oh man. Okay, so Julius, let's hit your update first.
I'm trying to get it up.
That's what she said. No,
Hey,
wait, no. wait.
Oh, there you go.
Well,
What?
it's already in left field.
If you'd like to sponsor the show, we'll talk to Adult
Blue
Shop.
Chew.
Adam and
We
Eve.
appreciate and value you. Culver City, California.
Okay, so the update isn't anything too crazy. So that ad that we posted,
Oh no.
it was flag and removed. That's it.
Oh,
Yeah, I bet it was.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So-
It had to have been flagged and removed because of the responses, maybe?
wait, the not the one that we deleted the one, right? So the
Okay,
one that we
So
after
for the people who don't know, because there's a couple people who don't know about this. So we talked about the history of how Marcus came up with the name Chocolate Legs. Marcus over here.
Yes, that is
and
mine.
so we're like, and we, he basically told us it was a girl who called him out. Was like, "Hey, what's up, Chocolate Legs?" So we're like, "Hey, let's do a little misconnection on Craigslist."
Right.
And hilarity ensued. We thought the internet universe was kind, but we realized
They
they're
are
a very
extremely
dirty
dirty.
world. A very dirty world.
Very,
And so
very
anyways,
dirty.
I wrote that ad, and I guess it was a little suggestive, and yeah,
Not on purpose,
boom.
though.
Not on
Yeah.
purpose, and
Not
it
on
ended up
purpose.
being flagged for removal.
Oh, man. Wait, so was that user or was that by Twitch?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because like I wonder if someone saw like I'm offended by a chocolate legs and peanut butter.
It doesn't say. It just says flag and removed. So
Okay.
Or it was so well written, someone thought it was a bot. So there's that.
Oh
I
yeah,
have no idea.
good point.
True.
Good point.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at you,
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly. No.
Yeah, so for the people who don't know, yeah, I accidentally posted some pictures. But okay.
Wait, Fred, did you see the pictures yet? This is part of the initiation.
Do you want me really to forward it to him?
God.
I mean, I thought we decided it was part of the initiation. But I mean, it's up to you, Capitan. Whatever you would like to do.
You're a mean man, Neil.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
I'm just going off of what we said last week. That's all. And really, we could spare your eyes, Fred.
God.
It's graphic.
It'll post game. It'll be a post game thing. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't find it.
Okay. Good.
Anyways.
Thank you.
Good.
Can't get it up.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Hey,
Holy shit!
oh,
I did.
No.
Viagra wins. Viagra wins.
Blue Chew. No.
I saw a commercial for that shit. So
Really?
Ugh.
Fascinating.
Don't hate me, Fred. Okay.
Okay, so today's 7 Minutes in Heaven is going to be a bit of a discussion.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Julius, if you wouldn't mind, I did post a link. So if you could bring up that video, we're only going to play the first couple minutes of it.
Okay.
But to preface this video that we are getting ready to play, you are still sharing your screen, Julius, just FYI.
Yeah.
What other emails you got in there?
Okay, I don't want to know. I'm not interested in finding out.
different kind of show. Different
Still
show
can't
at
be
all.
Oh man. But yeah, no. The preface of this video that we're going to show is there was a guy who hosts a podcast, and you may have heard about this. It was highlighted on World Star, so that'll give you a little.
Eyebrow.
That should tell you some things. But basically, this guy, this woman called in or zoomed into his show and was talking about how she wants to date a dude that makes like 6 figures or better. And so he was responding to her. So we'll play the clip and then we'll discuss after.
Okay. Here we go.
It's a little
I
abrasive.
want a 6-figure guy. is what I'm realizing.
And ma'am, and that's my point. You ladies all feel like, listen, you ladies all feel like you're the exception to the rule. And then when someone like myself comes along and gives you a dose of reality, instead of just accepting it, it's like, yeah, but I'm special. You don't know any men on this level that are not your father, that aren't related to you. That means you don't know these men. You don't know where to go get them. You don't know what they want. But you're still saying, pick me. They don't want mid-30-year-old baby mamas. I'm trying to be polite, man, but they don't want those.
Can I ask you a question?
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Why is that so? Okay, go ahead.
Why is it so what?
Go ahead.
From my point of view, I feel like I get what you're saying. They do have better options, but also those better options are younger girls. Those younger girls don't necessarily 20-year-olds are not necessarily attracted to 45-year-olds.
Bullshit. I'm 51 and I can't beat them off with a stick. That's another one of you lies. No, younger women are attracted to older men. What are you talking about?
So can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So do you feel like a woman like me?
Uh-huh. What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up, 5, but when I put myself together, 6.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'5".
Dress size.
I'm sorry?
Your dress size.
A 3.
Okay. So that makes you, if you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average looking women tend not to get high earning men. They tend to get average men.
So
did you I mean, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Breathe and digest. You're 35 years old and you can look around and see the world. You don't tend to see higher earning men with average looking women off rip. If you do see them, they got their average looking woman when they were both really young and he built his way up. But a man earning the kind of money you're talking about does not go for an average looking woman.
I mean, my body is not average, so.
But ma'am, you please don't make me say it.
This
Say
is
what?
wild.
Yeah.
I really wanted some advice. I love your.
I'm giving you advice, but you're not taking it. The advice is, ma'am, you're average looking at best.
I'm taking it in, but.
Okay, but you're not accepting.
So we can pause it there.
What?
Okay.
Wow.
There's
Wow. There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
Like,
a lot. So
first of all,
first of all, this guy he's got a podcast, a YouTube, whatever. And he's a dick to everyone. So putting that out there. Yeah. There's some other clips. I'm not even gonna go into the graphic nature of them, but he's a dick to males, females, everybody in general.
Okay.
Doesn't excuse it, but he's just not an asshole to women.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, that being said, there are pieces to what he was saying that I agree with. How he was saying it, absolutely just inappropriate, just wrong. But, as we are talking about, dating, and I am 35. And so, mid-30s dating, you've got a lot of women out there that are like, I want X, Y, and Z, and all these things, but at the same time aren't bringing amazing things to the table as well, or aren't as open and baggage free as, they are expecting.
Okay.
Anybody thoughts on that?
No, I completely agree. Like, I think we have a lot of friends. Oh, oh shit. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. Sorry. Okay, we have some friends.
Someone's on blast
that-
already.
Y'all need to lower your expectations. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing.
It's like y'all are like thinking you're gonna find the most amazing guy or girl, but like, dude, you know what I mean? Like, you can't.
It's manageable.
You're not gonna find a
Right.
supermodel who's amazing. You're not gonna find a complete package. I'll be straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and don't always think about the looks. That's the big thing. They're trying to find, like, a lot of people are trying to find a supermodel and all that stuff. That's
right.
And
now
that's why.
Go.
He's like, I'm about to say something. I'm gonna get in trouble for this.
But
choose your words wisely, young Padawan. Choose your words.
I might as well be right next to this guy. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying, like, yeah, people need to lower their expectations. Basically, it's you ain't all that.
And I don't mean like lower them, like, oh my god, you should be dating a bum or whatever. But again, you out there looking for someone with six figures. Yeah, you're 35, you're a baby's mama. Like, he went on in the interview to talk about how, you're 35, you're somebody's mother, your mother to a 13-year-old. You got a questionable baby's daddy. He started breaking her down even further. And it was super cringe and horrible. But the other piece to the puzzle, though, that was kind of brought up later on in the interview was the fact that she herself, she makes six figures.
Oh.
So, right. So in that particular instance, she's just looking for her equal. And so I wanted to bring that up to obviously to bring a more holistic picture. And so in her particular case, her looking for a six-figure dude, that's not unrealistic. But the point of all of that was there are a lot of young women out there that are not making six figures or anywhere in that range that are looking for a sugar daddy. I won't say a sugar daddy, but they're looking for someone that can care for them, someone who has it all together, but they themselves do not. And so that's part of the struggle in our dating world right now. Is like I said, I'm dating, I'm trying to date the 30 pluses, but the reality of my situation is I'm probably not going to find a woman that does not have kids already. Which, that's not, I'm not like, oh my God, I'm just done. It's like, okay, that's a realistic expectation at this point in life. I saw a meme this week that I chuckled at. It was a picture of TLC, and it says, y'all was singing No Scrubs way too aggressively when we were younger to grow up and still pick the baby's daddies you did.
Oh.
I saw that and I was just like, that's appropriate.
Kind of spot on.
Right. Like,
I
hate to say it, but always not translate to other states, right? Exactly. So just guys and girls alike. Be realistic. Look at your situation and what you got going on,
right,
or not. And as you're, choosing to date and how you're choosing to date, be like I said, be realistic. Because although, like I said, I don't have any kids, I'm not like, oh my God, I will not date a female who has kids. Like that's just not, because again, that's not the reality of the world I live in.
Well, I imagine too, like, one piece is like younger versus older. Some of the older women have kids. Maybe that's something that's viewed as something negative. But at the same time, like, if you're somebody who's dating younger, like significantly younger than you, like, is there mental stimulation there? You know what I mean? Like,
right? Yeah.
Do some people, and there's obviously there's people out there that don't care about that as much, but if you do care about that, then like, you just kind of take what's with what, right? Like, okay, you're gonna get a younger one that you can't relate to, or you're gonna take an older one who you can relate to.
which yeah, for me, I would take the older one that I can relate to any day over because yeah, that's why I said like I'm really in the roughly, you know, I might go as low as 28, but anything lower than that, I'm like, what are we going to talk about?
Yeah,
Right.
Like if I'm talking about Fresh Prince and laughing at, you know, those kind of jokes, and you're like, oh, I was 3.
Like, oh my God, you're so old.
Right.
If
If I'm talking about, you know, not the mama, if you don't get that joke, like I don't know where we're gonna go from there. If you don't know what Step by Step was, like I
right, exactly. Yeah, I can see that. I can see how.
You
The only thing
know,
I'll say is that age is not always an indicator of maturity, and that goes, you know,
Also true.
either side of
Right.
that scale. But I do agree with you 100% that like there is like a line there where like if we can't talk, you can be the most amazing, you know, person to look at, but if I can't talk to you, I'm gonna get bored, and
Really
then I'm not gonna want to do anything. It's
Right.
like, well, this was neat. I'm just gonna go eat by myself. We good. But like
Right.
it's one of the that if you can't have that kind of connection,
Right.
what's the fucking
Absolutely.
point?
Exactly. Absolutely.
Right.
So yeah.
That's a good one. So basically, that's Marcus's message to all you people: lower your expectations.
Nah, not
I'm just
lower
kidding, I'm
them.
just kidding.
Just
I'm just
be
kidding.
realistic.
Yeah,
be
yeah,
realistic.
I'm just
is the message.
playing.
Or
Do you have the clip from Mad TV? Because they had a whole sketch about lowered expectations. So I don't know if you want
All right.
to. Lowered
to even reframe that
Okay.
is like kind of adjust to like what you value more, right? Like if you value connection more than you value looks or sex or whatever it is, then that's what you're adjusting with your expectations.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you're valuing money that much, like I mean,
Right.
and I'm sure there's someone out there for you, you know.
Right,
I'm sure there's some 60-year-old out there that's ready to die and has all the money.
Your Donald Sterling is available.
And you see that here in LA a lot.
Viviana, what's her name? The one with the visor that used to go out with Donald Sterling. Do you remember her? Remember Donald Sterling, the owner of the Clippers that had to sell because of like like
I can't remember the girl, but I know what you're
40
talking
to
about.
50
Yeah,
years
I know what
old
you're
or
talking about.
younger.
Yeah.
And like, oh yeah, they definitely had a connection.
That's crazy.
Right. They definitely related.
There was a contract.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So,
something.
J Mix says, watch Steve Byrne on this. Hella funny stand up, but true.
Yeah.
Check it out. Check it out. Cool.
Steve Byrne. Cool.
All right. So that is 7 minutes in heaven with Marcus. We were hoping to hear some funny story, but I still think it was a pretty interesting.
That was a
You gotta get out.
Heard of that before.
That's still something, though. Still
Yeah.
something.
It was something.
Lesson. Sometimes it's a lesson and not a funny story. And today it was about adjusted expectations.
There you go. That's how you
So no Prince Charming, but maybe like mid-level manager Charming. I mean,
hey, there you go.
Still good earnings.
Supervisor Charming.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so let's go into what I've been watching, and because we can skip mine, but let's go to Fred's just for the sake of time. So Fred, what have you been watching? So this is our segment called What I've Been Watching. We talk about some films or projects that we films or podcasts or Twitch channels that we found interesting. So yeah, Fred, let us know what you've been watching.
Like Neil, I've already finished watching Ted Lasso. If you haven't, or you have access to Apple TV, watch it. His Dark Materials is on HBO. They're in their second season. It's based on that book about the Golden Compass, which there was a film about, which had like Daniel Craig and Nicole Kidman in it. The show is much better. It's BBC and HBO collaborating. Okay. So give it a watch. Okay. If you watch the movie Logan, the girl who played X2, Daphne Keane, she is the female lead of the show. Ruth Wilson, who was in the TV show Luther, is also very prominent in the show. So if you pay attention to that, like, check it out. The other show that I mentioned was The Great. Let's see. It stars Elle Fanning as Catherine but before she becomes Catherine the Great. And one of the cool things that I love about this show on Hulu is that like they have different ethnicities playing these Russian people, so it's not just like a show with all white folks. You're gonna have a few of them, like Elle Fanning, who is fucking brilliant in the show. But then you're gonna have Sacha Dhawan, who was in he was on Sherlock. It's got a lot of British actors, but a couple of Americans sprinkled in, and it's a very good period piece. But they take liberties, not Marie Antoinette liberties, but they take a few liberties, and it's really well done. Like I said, you should check it out. It's clever. They've got their moments of humor, but you still get like little bits of history written in there. And it's 10 episodes for their first season, and you have Peter the Great played by the guy who plays the Beast in the X-Men movies.
Oh, interesting.
So like I said, I love the multiculturalness of it. As an actor who my background is stage and I've done Shakespeare where like anybody is anything and it doesn't matter. Like I was doing Twelfth Night and my twin sister was a short blonde. We got a lot of fun out of that when we had to look at each other and be like, it's like looking into a mirror. But cracks up. It's like, tall black guy, short blonde. What? But like I said, it's one of those things that just it works really well for the show, and you don't glom onto that. You just kind of go with it. But anyway, like I said, that's what I'm watching, and I would talk to you about it forever because I have a bunch of stuff in the queue.
So for the sake of time, we'll play at least one. We'll play His Dark Materials.
All right, let's see this.
Groovy.
Cool. All right, here you go. Season 2, right? You said is what's playing right now.
We're in season 2 now, but 1's available.
Okay, here you go.
The world's changing. We've all sensed it. The prophecy is clear. Our duty is to protect the girl and the boy, wherever they are.
Something happened in this world. There's something important that connects us to this place.
People are going to be looking for us. We need to be careful.
Witches have been conspiring against the Magisterium. We must take control of this new world. Find the child.
She's in another world entirely.
You're a long way from home, Mr. Scoresby.
I've heard about your powers. And I'm looking for a girl named Lyra.
You will need a knife. One that could slice between worlds.
Then we better get going.
Leave the winds to me.
The child will bring the end of the Great War. It is time to unite and destroy the Magisterium.
Stop this threat. Sacrifice. Whatever is necessary.
I found her. She's in another world. Plagued by specters.
We're not safe here. I think I'm changing. We both are.
You are so like I was.
It's time to fight.
Run. The greatest war there ever was is coming.
Lin-Manuel, yeah.
It is beautifully shot. It is. Watch season 1. It's only 10 episodes, like most HBO stuff. But dude, if you don't mind it, it's not necessarily family. Family can watch some of it, but it does get a little dark. But it's really well done. And the actor snob in me is like, all those guys are so good. Like you said, Lin-Manuel Miranda. What's the Scottish guy who plays Professor X? He's in season 1, but hasn't shown up in season 2 yet. I can't think of his name right now. McAvoy.
Yeah.
James McAvoy.
James
Yes.
McAvoy.
He's in season 1.
Amazing.
But like I said, watch it, guys.
Amazing.
That girl was she was X whatever from Logan.
Daphne Keane, yes.
Yeah.
Trust me, like I said, she's so good.
Oh,
but
yeah,
like
she was good in Logan for sure.
Oh yeah. Like I said, she kind of carried that, but no, like I said, definitely, guys, if you're looking for something, give that one a go.
Nice.
Yeah. Talking about a busy guy though, like Lin-Manuel, man, like that guy is everywhere.
Yes, absolutely.
That's
Kind of
awesome.
envious about that, but that's another
Yeah.
show. So
Yeah. Okay, so let's go on to Marcus. Marcus, let's just do one because I feel like we can move, to next week. You know, like
I guess. I mean, they're related, but I guess. So let's do On My Block.
Okay.
Because that one's on Netflix. That one's easier to access.
Yeah. Go ahead and talk about
On My Block is about a group of teens. Yeah, preteens, teens. And they are inner city youths. But they grew up in, LA, as you can see the skyline there. But yeah, they're urban LA in the hood area. And it's just their transition into high school and their struggles. And it's pretty relatable. But great show. I think there's 3 seasons out now. But they definitely got greenlit for another season, so that's supposed to be coming along. Yeah, it's a great show. Watch the brand.
Okay.
High school is the foundation for the rest of your life. There's only one chance at a first impression. Yeah. Work hard. Put your heart out there. And don't go into high school without backup. You need to stick together to survive. Got it? One last thing. Don't bum Monse.
High school is an op for reinvention.
Mamacita.
Goodbye, romance. Hello, trauma.
Bitches be bonkers.
And my old friends couldn't keep up. I'm not throwing no shots, but I'ma show you my guns. I'ma take my chance.
Loyalty trumps victory, compa.
I'ma scream it to the top of my lungs.
Damn, Ruby. I see you, and I'm down with it. I like the freaky.
Old friends are turning to strangers. Ex-lovers mad that I'm famous. They see the picture I painted. I've been going through changes.
What happened with sticking together?
You don't understand. This life, it's my destiny. It's too late.
Caesar, no! How are we gonna survive high school?
I've been going through changes.
Can you please break down what's going on?
It's complicated. We're dysfunctional.
Understatement.
Buena suerte.
We don't need luck. It's Brentwood. Nothing bad happens here.
How about OJ? No offense, Jamal. Oh, I'm good. We don't claim him.
True. All true. No lies detected.
But yeah, it's a group of 4 kids, one from like kind of each of the crowds. You got the athlete, you got the nerd, you got the gangbanger, and they're all fighting their struggles and trying to maintain friendship as they transition into high school, and it goes through their years of high school, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard about it and I've been wanting to watch it, but I was gonna post about it because I don't know, for some reason there's something I felt like was a little similar, Gentrified, right, on Netflix, where it's talking about like growing up in gentrification, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But obviously it's a little different because they're older and all that. But I was like, oh, that one's a little more serious. I was like, oh, it'd be great to watch that one and then watch this one. I haven't gotten to this one yet. I already finished Gentrified, but I'll talk about that next week. But
Got it.
yeah,
Okay.
looking forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that
in my
and
queue.
what's that?
What's up?
I was saying it's in my queue. On
Yeah.
my block. Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, just fun fact, I am in the last 2 episodes of I think it's season 2.
Nice.
So if you can spot me.
Oh, all the more incentive to watch. Nice.
We'll look for the orange shirt.
So
There you go.
real quick, what's up, Zesty Boy?
Zesty Lemon Boy.
Yeah, welcome back, Zesty Lemon Boy.
Hello.
Welcome.
But it's like, oh shit, do I need to time out this guy? And I'm like, oh no.
Right. I had that same thought, literally.
You're good.
Yeah,
You're good. You're zesty. All right. Yeah. So, Neil, what have you been watching?
So no, I mean the +1 Fred, what he said earlier about Ted Lasso. I just binged the entire season on Saturday. Me and my wife did.
All in one day?
All in one, or no, I'm sorry. We did 8 in one day, and then we did 2 on Sunday.
That's still impressive. With a kid.
Yeah.
With a kid. What was your kid doing?
He was sleeping, so he went down around, like before 9, right? And then like around 9 o'clock, we're like, well, what are we gonna do? We're like, oh, let's watch TV. And then we'd watch she's like, oh, Ted Lasso, I hear it's really good. And like I kind of skimmed it on Twitter, like people were talking positively about it. And like I knew about Ted Lasso from those NBC commercials, right? When they were promoting the Premier League. And so I was like, I found those commercials really funny. So I'm like, I don't know how they're going to do a whole show about it. It's kind of ridiculous. But then we watched the first episode. And I'm like, it's actually really like done well. Let's watch the trailer first and I'll talk more about it.
Okay.
Oi, mate, it's you.
I believe it is.
Wicked. You coaching football. You are a legend for doing something so stupid. I mean, it's mental. They're going to murder you.
This is a bit of news from the other side of the Atlantic. AFC Richmond announced the hiring of their new manager, American football coach Ted Lasso.
You're an American who's now in charge of a football club despite possessing very little knowledge of the game.
Oh! I know that AFC Richmond is going to give you everything they got, win or lose.
Or tie.
Right, y'all do ties here. Did you see that? He must be from England, yeah? Wales. Is that another country?
Yes and no.
How many countries are in this country?
4. Like it or not, Richmond are changing the way we do things. And from now on, that way is the Lasso way.
Hey, look, this car's got an invisible steering wheel.
What you're doing is irresponsible. This club actually means something to this town.
You don't think I see that every day out there on the streets? Are you kidding me? I think that's what it's all about. Embracing change.
Same thing!
Being brave.
Your decision to bench Jamie was a masterstroke.
I don't think we're allowed to talk like that at work anymore.
You got no fear of the underdog.
For me, success is not about the wins and losses. It's about helping these young fellas be the best versions of themselves on and off the field. I always figured that tea was just going to taste like hot brown water. And you know what? I was right. Yeah, it's horrible. No, thank you.
Welcome to England.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
It's great. And if you've seen those commercials, right?
Not at all.
Oh, watch those English Premier League commercials on YouTube. They're super funny too, and they take a lot of that content, at least some of the themes, and then they kind of intersperse it with all the episodes. Now, when you see it, you're like, oh, it's an American football coach in England, whatever, what had been done. The way that they did it, it really reminds me of like Eastbound and Down. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was a supporter for Chelsea for a while, but that will be another conversation later.
Next time.
So yeah, so the way that's done though, it's very much reminiscent of Eastbound and Down, but instead of like this main character being like the biggest train wreck, this guy is actually like a really positive guy that just kind of like makes his mark on the league and on the team. But it's still done like it shows like all this depth about like different like things that happen in his life and stuff, and I don't know, it's a great show. And apparently I saw an article today that said that like it's being strongly considered for an Emmy or Emmys. Yeah,
really?
It should be.
That's cool.
Like wow, it's wild. And when you see the commercials, like it's such a kitschy concept of Ted Lasso, but when you see it all like in the TV show, it's actually really interesting. So definitely watch it. And it's only half an hour episodes, so it's super fast.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I was like, how the hell did you make it through 8 episodes?
Yeah. 30 minutes.
4 hours. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Did everybody here watch Game of Thrones when it was on?
Yeah.
Or no? Because there's a bit of a no. Okay, I was gonna say there's a thing about one of the actors in the show who was also in Game of Thrones, and it's an interesting person that she played in it. So the owner of the team, Neil. And I'll just say shame. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's her?
Oh
no!
With all of that off, she looks so much better without that. Okay, sorry, I'm being sexist. I apologize. But
well, in the Game of Thrones, like she just was like an evil, like evil person, but in this show, like, she's very like humanized and all that stuff. So
Yeah,
like
I was gonna say I've
So
seen
when I
her
was
in
like-
other stuff, so yeah.
she's really good. But like Neil's saying, it's a great show. You guys should totally 30-minute episodes. And what's the lead actor's name?
Jason Sudeikis.
He's so good.
Yeah,
He's so good.
He's,
really enjoy his
he
work.
very much has that. He does have that Will Ferrell type dumb humor, like kind of aloofness humor. But he still does it really well to where like there's still depth to him. Wait, what is this?
Zesty Lemon Boy with the comments.
Not related to Ted Lasso, but let's
Right.
unpack what he is talking about here. I have just recently dug myself into a pit, questioning how the Big Bang happened from out of nowhere, just from someone telling me you can't get something out of nothing.
Oh wait, are we talking Big Bang Theory or
Big Bang itself?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to unpack that on a different episode.
We're definitely tuned in next week. We could definitely dive into this when we have more time. This is very, very complex topic.
Right, yeah.
But we think
I thought we were going to Big Bang Theory. What?
we appreciate you for that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Zesty Lemon Boy.
Yeah.
Future topics.
Keep
Future
it
topics.
zesty.
Keeping
it
bringing
zesty.
Yeah, keep
Stay
being
zesty. Stay zesty.
Right.
Oh man.
But,
I think that's a catchphrase for the show. Shooting the shit, stay zesty.
Stay zesty. There it is.
high value.
Oh, Jay, with the hot take.
Oh, he's talking about the 7 minutes in heaven. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, that's what I say, Jason. Like, his delivery,
right,
super rough, but he definitely brings up some valid points and some things to talk about. It's like, yeah. It's
yeah. It could have been packaged up better.
Oh yeah, 100%. But okay, so like one of the other things that one of the other things as I did some research on him, one of the other clips that I saw was he was talking to a dude about I think the guy was responding to that particular interview about her looking for a 6-figure dude, blah blah blah. And so he was attacking the guy, and he was like, "So what are you bringing to the table?" And I hope there are no children watching this, because But he was like, "What are you bringing to the table? You're kind of ugly, you're fat," and he was like, "Do you got a big dick?" And the guy was like, "Well, I mean, I'm all right." He's like, "No, you know whether you have a big dick or not." Like, he's like, "I got a big dick. Do you got a big dick?" He's like, "Well, so no. In other words, that's a yes or no question. If you're trying to, you ain't got a big dick. So what are you bringing to the table? You ain't got no money. You're ugly. You're fat. What do you, It was just like, oh. And that's where I was like, okay, he's a dick to everyone, not just her.
Yeah. Right. It's a stick. It's part of his persona, right? Like,
right.
Big
That's
dick
his
energy,
shtick, yeah.
as they would say.
Right. Yeah. He was like, if you're not even bringing that to the table, then what are the females getting in? Like some guy, guys are bringing money, guys are bringing, some sort of expertise. What are you bringing to the table? It's like, all right. Yeah. So his delivery is absolutely horrible, but at the same time, he brings valid arguments.
So
Nuggets of truth.
Maybe we can bring up his stuff every now and then if he drops in some good nuggets, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's our show for today. Thank you guys for tuning in.
For sure.
Thank you, Fred, for gracing us with your presence.
Hey man, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for being
we'd love
here.
to have you again. Everyone, tap into the socials. I put it in the chat. And the next thing we're gonna do is I think everyone knows, is a raid. So basically, you guys can copy and paste what I brought there. Caesar Salad brought me here or whatever. Yeah, so we're 50-50. So it's either Wish One or DJ P Dog. So I don't know. Who do you guys? They're both DJs. So who do you guys want to raid?
Wish One sounds fascinating.
Wish One is actually a guy.
He grants wishes on the stream.
Right, there you go.
He actually want to bring him on. He's actually a former mind tricker slash Jabberwocky slash old school dancer from like all that.
Oh yeah.
DJs, yeah.
Bye, Zesty Lemon Boy. Thank you for
Yeah,
tuning
bye.
in.
Thanks for tuning in.
We'll talk about that topic next time.
Yes.
Keep it zesty.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna raid Wish One then.
All
So,
right.
stand by for the raid.
Wish. One wish.
And we will see y'all on when? Sunday, Julius?
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, we got a jam
Big weekend.
Got a
Big
big
weekend.
weekend. Non sequitur. May the force be with you always.
Thank you guys. So go ahead and copy and paste that thing, and let's have some fun. Thank you.
Let's do it.
Nice. Jason said both.
Yeah, Jason said both. Yeah, we'll do P Dog next time. We'll
nice.
We'll spread it out. We'll spread the love.
P Dog, he's 3-style attractions, right? That guy.
Yeah, he's 3-style. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's good too.
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah, he's good too. Yeah. So
thanks, Jason. Peace out. Good to see
Thanks
you all.
for tuning in, everybody.
For tuning in.
Jay,
shooting the
Thank you. Saturday, tap in. All right.
Saturday and Sunday.
Tap.
Thanks, Master Mix crew. Always
thank you, Master Mix.
Yeah.
Peace. Thanks, Fade.
Peace.
And Fade, we need to talk, man. I want to bring you on the show. Talk about your graph career, and now turn into now he does motion graphics now, I believe, or not motion graphics,
sweet.
graphic design.
But he was big into the graffiti scene.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah. I gotta hear. I want to see that.
Yeah, definitely.
Later, Paul.
I'm a whisper you. All right. All right, guys.
They need to do something about that. It's kind of weird.
Oh, Fade was a producer too. Nice.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
That careless.
We rated. We're good. Okay,
we rated. Yeah.
Let me end this broadcast real quick, and then I just need to say what's up to the people in the chat real quick.
Yeah, I'm doing Caesar salad.